Hello, everybody. Bienvenidos a otra edición. Welcome to another edition of the Oracle Buffet. I'm your host, Heather Carmona, and you know what? There's only 10 days left before my birthday, so it gives you plenty of time to shop. So I'm just putting that out there now. Speaking of birthdays, it's Aries season, and Aries folk, you get a free gift with a reading if you book it with me at psychicastrologywi.com. You got an Aries friend that you're looking for a gift for, it's a great gift. Help give them the gift of discovering who they truly are and what they came to Earth to do. In case you're wondering what this is, my handy dandy rock. I have no idea what kind of rock it is, but I just decided to grab it before the show started. It's my emotional support rock, okay? Sometimes you need an emotional support rock. So yeah, this is mine for today. I have plenty more where that came from, but this little guy is my rock. So he's gonna get me through today, this show. I'm kidding. We are taking a caller here shortly. So while we wait to get them on the line, let's do some housekeeping. Housekeeping is Mars is moving into Aries in a couple days. It's going to be quite an interesting month we have coming up ahead. We've already got a lot of planets in Aries, but with Mars, the ruler of Aries, moving into Aries, things are going to accelerate. This is a time where we stand up for ourselves, where we assert ourselves, where we start new things, where we're independent, brave, bold. That's what's being asked of us all right now. And where Aries falls in your chart shows where you need to be brave, bold, direct, start things new, yada, yada, yada. If you don't know that, again, look me up for a reading, psychicastrologywi.com. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting few weeks here we got coming up, to say the least. Anyway, what else we got? If you're ever in the Whitmore Lake, Michigan area, stop by my grandma's meditation center and the Lighthouse Center. It's in Whitmore Lake. I don't know if I just said that or not. But anyway, yeah, stop by there, do a meditation, take a class, get a reading, whatever you want to do. But anyway, lighthousecenterinc.org, check them out. And finally, High Class Grass, plant-based company dedicated to help making plant-based living more easy and convenient. Highclassgrass.com, the TikTok, the Walmart, and the Amazon. Anyway, okay, looks like we're ready for a call. Who we got? Michelle. Michelle, are you the same Michelle from last
Hi.
week?
I think I am.
All right, Michelle. So if I remember right, well, first of all, thanks for calling back. Second of all, if I remember right, you were leaving your husband. Or getting divorced or selling a house or something.
Yep. That's already, I've been divorced since December. So, it's completed. I'm waiting on the house. Yep.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Go ahead.
It's funny I got you again. That's too funny. So I actually am wondering if you see anything in my future when it comes to like a good relationship, or I don't think I want to get married again, but a potential like long-term relationship.
Okay, Michelle. Were you September 16th?
Yep.
Okay. I didn't delete you out of my software. I usually do that right away, but apparently the universe knew you're going to be calling back. So that's good. And we didn't have a birth time, did we?
No, I want to say it was like 4 or 5 in the morning, but I'm not sure exactly.
And that's totally fine. Just wanted to confirm. I think actually you're going to have when Jupiter transits your Mars and your Venus in Leo, and that's going to be coming up over the next year and a half or so, a little less than that. Venus is love, it's beauty, it's art, it's money. It can represent relationships as well. Mars is energy, ambition, drive, sex as well. But anyway, Jupiter is going to be moving from Cancer over the next month and a half here, about 2 months. Anyway, into Leo, and then when it hits about 21 degrees or so of Leo, I would suspect that you have a really good shot of meeting somebody. So that'll happen. I don't know the degrees off the top of my head, and the dates off the top of my head, but that'll happen within about, I would say, about a year, perhaps to the date.
Okay.
Let me actually just look at a year from now and see what the degrees are and everything like that. All right.
Okay.
Jupiter oh, ironically, let's look at where Jupiter's at. Okay. Yeah, actually, a year from today, Jupiter will be within 3 degrees of that conjunction you have with Mars and Venus in Leo. So I would suspect, yeah, maybe about next April, Mayish, you could meet somebody. It's not to say it couldn't happen before then, but without the birth time and with the information I have, just based on this alone, I would suspect that it would be happening about that time.
Okay. Okay.
So hold
That's good
tight
to
until
know.
um I know you love relationships and you love love, as do I, but I think your soul wants to heal for a little bit and have you on your own before it brings somebody new in. But again, you never know. So if you want to meet someone today, don't count it out that it could happen. But based on your chart and not having the time and everything, I would say that yeah, next April or May would be the best shot for lasting love for you, not just a fling, but lasting love.
Okay. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. So that's good to know.
Yep. And I mean there is a slight possibility of you meeting someone as Venus continues to progress into Taurus here, or keeps moving through Taurus, but that wouldn't be something that would be more of a fling type thing, and that wouldn't be meant to last.
Gotcha.
Um,
Okay.
so if you meet someone in the next month and a half or so, be a little leery because yeah, it's opposing Pluto, blah blah blah. Anyway, it could happen, but it probably wouldn't be meant to last over the next um, uh, month and a half here or so. But anyway, so let's ask, like we did last week, Michelle. Let's ask about past, present, and future for Michelle's love life. Okay, what does the universe want Michelle to know about her past love life? Okay, what does the universe want Michelle to know about the present love life? I got two. And what does Michelle need to know about future love life? Okay, past. Whatever I can imagine, the universe can deliver. If you have the ability to imagine it, or even to think about it, the universe has the ability and the resources to deliver it fully unto you. For it is like a well-stocked kitchen with every ingredient imaginable at your disposal. So I would imagine that means at some point you were manifesting your husband and you thought he was the perfect guy. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. And then over time you discovered he was not in fact perfect, as no one else. Um, so present, grieve your losses. That's the present. Grieve your losses. And you are not alone. Grieve your losses and you are not alone. So that's very, I think, appropriate for what you're going through right now. So it's time to grieve your marriage.
Absolutely.
Yep, grieve your partnership and know that you're not alone. All right. And then what does the
Okay.
future hold for Michelle's love life? Oh, ooh, Michelle. Loving touch. Use loving hands and a loving touch, even with inanimate objects. Okay. Um, when do we when we do this practice, we soon become aware of when we or others are not using loving hands. We notice how groceries are thrown into the shopping cart, luggage is hurled onto a conveyor belt at the airport, and silverware is tossed into a bin. As we do this practice, mindfulness of loving touch expands to include awareness, not just how we touch things, but awareness of how we are touched. This includes not just how we are touched by human hands, but also how we are touched by our clothing, the wind, the food and drink in our mouth, the floor under our feet, and many other things. When you handle rice, water, or anything else, have the affectionate and caring concern of a parent raising a child. And that was by Zen Master Dogen. Anyway, so yeah, the future holds loving touch for you, but what I'm gathering is that you need to put out that loving touch towards your day-to-day life and everything you're doing in order to receive that. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yep. Yep.
So yeah,
Awesome. Thank you.
loving touch for Michelle. You got anything else?
Nope. I think that's it.
Okay. Well, I see you didn't fully listen to the let go of control thing from last week, but that's okay. I appreciate having
I'm
you back.
working on it. I am working on it. I really am trying. I don't know if you see anything with my ex-husband or anything right now that you can read. I don't know.
With in regard to selling the house,
Yeah, or just like him, like who he is as a person or what he's, I don't know who he is really.
without having your time, I don't feel comfortable saying that right here, right now. Just because when it comes to marriage and relationships, time, birth time, I mean, frames your house of marriages and partnerships. So without having that, I don't feel comfortable saying like off the top of my head. Um,
Okay.
but I think
Yeah,
he's gonna.
I
Yeah,
understand.
okay. Um, I think he's like. Are you wondering if he's gonna move on, type of thing?
No, I believe he did. I was more personality. I was looking more from personality, but that's okay. No big deal.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Well, Michelle, um, if, we'll see you again next week.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for calling in. It's been a pleasure
Okay. Thanks. Have a good one.
talking to you. Bye. All right, guys. So that was kind of a short reading. I love having a return person on here. I get actually a lot of repeat business in my practice. People who have gotten astrology readings come back to me because once you open the rabbit hole that is your astrological birth chart and your chart, there's just so much to discover and so much to know. And it goes deeper and deeper and deeper, and there's just so much information within your birth chart. It's insane. And you could study your birth chart the rest of your life and still not be done. It's crazy how much information is in there. It takes lifetimes. But anyway, since we got a couple minutes and I got my pull in hand ready, we're gonna pull a couple cards. Fire signs. What does the universe want the fire signs to know today? Fire signs. Check in occasionally with yourself about your motives behind actions you plan on taking, especially when you have an end game in mind. Is the source of your motivation desire or entitlement? Maybe you're drawn to a certain path because you think it will bring a feeling related to the outcome you seek, like safety or wholeness. Know that you will see a reflection in the outer world of the motive that drives you forward. Do you need a motive? Can you simply be pulled in the direction your soul calls you toward joy, discovery, growth, or adventure? Participating in something compelling and meaningful without trying to define it? You can step forward, surrender to whatever spirit has in store for you. You'll be amazed at how things turn out. Check your motives, then hand them over to spirit. Everybody here wants the best for you. All right, earth signs. I think I'm running short. Earth signs. All right, earth signs. Our diversity supports our individual freedoms. While your societies continue to try and dictate and force human behavior to please the majority because of your diversity, it continues to be an uncomfortable struggle that again and again falls of its own economic weight. There is simply not enough money in the world to buck the natural currents of individual freedom and independence of thought. And how can I be of service is also coming up there, earth signs. How can you be of service? All right. 2 minutes, okay. 30 seconds, all right. Air and water, claim your art. Actually, we got time for, okay, that's air, water. Love speaks to me all throughout the day. When you don't know what to do, focus on love. Love is an infinite intelligence that will always help you if you let it. Anyway, that's your Oracle Buffet for today. Thank you for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you next week.